Hello, this is Tim Odom, and we're here again with the video series we call Leading the League. It's a series of videos about our brand partners and some jobbers out there that are doing things to support this industry and help our industry grow. Today we have Adam Donahue. He's the Vice President of Truck Bed Covers with RealTruck. And Adam, you were the very first video in this series before we knew what we were going to call it. So welcome back.
Thank you for having me, Tim.
The RealTruck back cover is a very important product to us. It's been one that has been very significant in sales. And so I understand you're here to talk about a new pricing policy for that category.
Yes. So last year in 2024, we started a new pricing discipline and organization within the RealTruck team. And this team's goal was to understand market dynamics around pricing opportunities, and create pricing ladders and really creating transparency around how do we think about consumer demand relative to different price points and certain products in the market. We laid out all of that data and really created a true price ladder for our entire product portfolio and all of the brands within it, specifically in truck bed covers. And then we also did this across our other primary categories. But the net result of this was that we had created a price ladder all the way from a soft rolling cover all the way up to a retractable cover. That culminated in two different pricing actions in 2024. One that we took in the beginning of the year was on soft folding, hard rolling, and retractable covers. And then we took a secondary pricing action in October, which on the hard folding line. The reaction to the price increase from the consumer in the first pricing action was we still continue to see the expected levels of growth, both in dollars and units across the entire market. So we continue to see growth in retractable, in our soft category, and in the hard rolling category. Unfortunately, after we took the pricing action in October of 2024 in the hard folding category, we saw the inverse happen. And so as opposed to seeing continued growth in that category, we started to see decline. So what I'm here to announce and to talk with you, Tim, about is that we are taking the decision that we got the pricing action wrong in hard folding in October of last year. And we're going to be reversing that by issuing a price decrease effective mid-April 2025. We understand that has impacts to the market, but we believe that this is the right action to take for all of us to get back to growth, to understand the dynamics of the market, and really to appropriately position this product within the hard folding category and to address some of the challenges that we're seeing both online and with other brands in the aftermarket.
So, Adam, which SKU groups are included in this new price point?
The price decrease will impact the back MX4 and G2 and the undercover Flex, Ultra Flex, and Armor Flex products.
You're talking about a new price point. Can we assume that the margin is going to remain the same for jobbers?
Yes, we are going to be maintaining the jobber margin rate from the prior price increase to the new price decrease. The goal here is to ensure that this is a highly profitable product and continues to be so for jobbers in the future throughout 2025. And we believe that this pricing action will increase demand for that product and for the consumer and help resume the growth that we were seeing in the first 3 quarters of 2024 that we saw stall in the fourth quarter after we took the pricing action. Again, the goal here is to resume that pricing or resume the growth rather for that product category by making this pricing adjustment.
So consumers still want that premium product, but we have to make sure the spread is reasonable for their expectation. That's what you're doing. It's a premium product. You're pricing it that way, but you're also pricing it in the marketplace.
Exactly.
So that's great news. We want to see this product continue to grow. I think the back category drove a lot of growth overall in the truck bed cover category. Even when others weren't growing at that same rate, back just seemed to just be a steamroller of a brand and now a category within RealTruck. So it's important to us to see it continue.
Absolutely. And we've got the exciting improvements that we talked about in our last call and that we've been messaging to the market, where we've got the new improved rails. We've got some new improved features that are coming out on the MX4. And so we want to bring those to market as quickly as possible. This price decrease will help us increase that velocity and get those units into market faster.
Okay. So new and improved enhancements to the back product line are in the pipeline. Okay. All right. And Adam, I know we were going to talk about some of the promotion plans that RealTruck has coming up for the near term.
Yeah, absolutely. So to complement, again, this theme of growth in 2025, we listened hard to all of our partners in 2024. We rolled out some new promotional strategy in 24 that we got some very constructive feedback from our partners on the WD side and the jobber side. In 2024, we ran what we called integrated promotions, which was the opportunity for everyone to share as part of the discount. Um, Based on the feedback we got from the market, we've changed that strategy in 2025 to have that be more of an instant savings for the consumer, and that is being offered via a consumer rebate in the aftermarket. We're going to be doing that through 4 big promotional periods throughout the year that really take advantage of consumer demand and consumer buying opportunities. We are in process for the first one happening in the first part of the year, which kicks off on March 7th and will run through the 25th. And then we're going to also be doing some additional promotional activity on the hard folding category specifically to help complement some of the price reductions and drive some consumer demand and interest there through the balance of the spring.
Okay, so by the time this video comes out, maybe the first promotion period may have just closed, but we certainly hope that if you're watching this, you were able to take advantage of those promotions and move some covers. That's the goal, right? That's always the goal.
And we'll share the information in the video on how jobbers can specifically guide consumers to access those consumer promotions, fill in the rebate forms. We're also working with a provider to decrease the amount of time it takes for consumers to receive their promotion. And that time reduction will also impact all the jobber spiffs that we're running to reduce the time for redemption on those particular incentives as well. Okay. We are going to complement those tentpole moments throughout the year with additional opportunities for dealers to buy at reduced prices, to get spiffs and opportunities. And so there'll be a large opportunity of promotional activities that we're going to be running throughout the balance of 25 in order to increase margins and obviously increase revenue for our dealer base.
Okay, so as I understand it, what we called the instant rebate last year, which wasn't a rebate, but it was a pass-through promotion with a multi-party share, has gone away, and we're going to a consumer rebate in which a consumer will submit for a rebate from RealTruck.
Yes, and RealTruck is funding that 100%.
So it's a more conventional rebate approach and probably much more understood by our jobber base out there. So that sounds great.
It's more in line with the promotions that we ran sort of in the history of RealTruck and with the various different brand entities. It was received very favorable from all of our partners in days gone by. And so again, we want to figure out things that are simple, easy to execute, and that everyone understands and can drive revenue with.
That is the goal. You informed the membership of AAM a week or two ago that RealTruck is building a concept store and has a purpose for that store. Could you share that, please?
Yes. So RealTruck is in the final phases of a project to open a concept store, and we hope to open it later this summer in 2025. The vision for this store is for RealTruck to really understand the retail landscape in a more intimate way. The goal of this store is that we are going to be able to drive brand experience, brand expression, and really create a physical space where we can bring consumers into that environment and help them understand the art of the possible, really bringing your truck to life. The goal for us, though, is not to create hundreds or thousands of these stores across the United States. We have perfect channel partners that are executing that vision across the U.S. The goal for us is really to learn more about retail, to test concepts like merchandising, planogramming, product assortment, install times, those types of elements where we can really learn, test, and perfect tools that we can then roll out at scale with our jobber partners across the United States. So it is always intimidating when people hear about brands opening retail stores. But I want to just be really clear with the members that our intention is to learn, use this as a testing ground, and as an opportunity to actually bring retailers from across the country to this location where we can have meetings and meet eye to eye to be able to understand concerns in the market and how RealTruck is hopefully addressing those for our jobber base in the future.
Well, I certainly do hope we have the opportunity to learn a lot from it. I can tell you that through our Total Truck Centers and Performance Corner store outreach, we have over 10,000 jobbers out there who are connected to our programs. They're all eager to learn, and if you're creating new concepts, new processes, refinements of maybe some things that are going on in place today, and can share that downstream, not only to people that are part of your dealer network, but also to the Total Truck Center Performance Corner network. We look forward to sharing in that, and maybe at some point in time, as you said, bringing some folks from our membership and our jobber base to Michigan, to that facility, I assume Michigan, and to that facility, and to see what we can learn from being present on the ground there.
Absolutely. And hopefully we're going to be able to learning in turn. I mean, this is a symbiotic relationship where we intend to learn from one another and have a space that we can have those conversations. So we're very excited about the opportunity to do this, and we'll be in touch with all of our partners in the future as we get more defined details and timelines.
Okay. All right. Adam, anything else we need to discuss?
No, thank you all very much. We very much appreciate it. Hope that you're all taking participation and activating the promotions with the consumers as they walk in the door. For us, it's all about figuring out ways to make you more successful. And so we're open to other ideas and thoughts from the community if there are things that we want to do in order to help drive growth in 2025.
One of the things I learned many years ago in sales is the goal of all of us is what I call it throwaway boxes. So in the end, we want products to be sold, installed on customers' vehicles, and for that product to be on a vehicle and going down the road. And anything we can do to make that happen, to make a customer more inclined to buy our products, use our products, that is certainly the goal. So Adam, thank you for sharing this information with us today, for your support, and we look forward to talking to you again soon.
Thanks for having me, Tim.
Thank you.